Listen up, team. Next group to go is with Jumpmaster Lacey. Make sure you call him Poppy or he might get grumpy. If there are no more questions, then get ready, because we'll be given the go soon.
Shark 1 Max 09. Ready to go. Send him in.
Acknowledged Max 09. Everyone listen up. It's time to board the aircraft. Follow the exit order that we discussed at the clubhouse. Understood? Good.
Pilot, please welcome aboard our 2 skydivers of the day. Give them the royal treatment. They're prepped and set for the big leap. Let's do this, guys. Let's make this a memorable jump. I want to see smiles all the way down.
Freeport ground. Max 09 Kilo Sierra Charlie Tree 814. Request taxi for west departure.
Max 09 Kilo Sierra Charlie Tree 814. Taxi to and hold short of runway 24 using taxiway Alpha. Contact tower on 118.5 when ready.
Taxi 2 and hold short runway 24 using taxiway Alpha. Max 09 Kilo Sierra Charlie Tree 814.
Everyone good? Awesome. For some of you, this will be your first time, so please focus and follow my instructions. Michelle, your helmet seems a bit loose. Can you fix it? Yeah, like this. Pull the strap on. Fine.
24, west departure.
Max 09 Kilo Sierra Charlie Tree 814. Altimeter 299er 2 west departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 24.
Cleared for takeoff runway 24. Max 09 Kilo Sierra Charlie Tree 814.
Heart's pounding like mad. I feel like a bird. This rocks.
Hey, Mark. Yeah, I'm attempting to anyway. I can't quite get it up to 10,000. It starts going out of control. Well, somebody got impatient.
Feet is not working. Please adjust the altitude before the drop. All right, everyone's out. My turn.
Yeah, I'm on Discord. I should be on Ben's, but if not, I can send you the link if you need it. Alright, cool. I'll add you when I see you. Alright, now that nightmare is over. I'm not as familiar with piloting this plane, especially at this height. I gotta get better with it. Oh wow, we gotta get all the way down there. Okay, awesome. I'll check it out when I finish this. Finally get lower to the ground where we have more control. Luckily we were so high up I didn't have to worry about crashing unless I turned really hard. Now I just gotta find those little brackets to follow. I'm a little disoriented from that trip. I'm way off the flight path. Awesome. It's official now. Yeah, I just made the Discord like maybe a few months ago. I never used it before since then. It's a fairly new thing to me. Oh, awesome. That'll be helpful. With all the different time zones and everything, sometimes I don't know who's on. Plus, people's schedules change. It's 4:30 p.m. So kind of early evening. Yeah. That's usually like when I've been streaming lately, it's around that time. It's been easier sometimes. I try to make it at 3 because I try to get the dog out at 5, but she went out a little bit later, so she'll be alright. It seems like YouTube treats your videos or your streams more seriously if you hit the 2-hour mark. Notice it renders the videos a lot faster. I keep saying videos, live streams. Videos is its own thing. Yeah, not too bad. That's why I usually like catch binge streams because they're like around lunchtime here. Virginia on the East Coast. Right in Richmond. Can't remember how heavy this plane is. Doesn't seem like it's dropping too bad. Some of these planes land like a brick after like the speed goes down a certain amount. Trying to avoid that. Alright, let's put the one flap down to help us get a little buoyancy here so we don't completely fall down. Let me see, type. PlayStation loves to put half comment sound. Yeah. Sometimes on here I even get thrown off because they don't always list the states. They'll just list certain cities or landmarks where like an airport is. So yeah, even I struggle with certain areas. And I live here, which is kind of sad. But yeah, like Virginia is basically in the middle on like the far right side of the US. It's right under Washington, D.C. Yeah, that game's good. It's cool is going to be playing an RTS. The Star Wars RTS games are a lot of fun. And I know he likes expanded universe stuff. And the RTS games kind of go into that. So I think he'd enjoy it. That was a good call on that one. I'm glad this runway is long. Pretty much whatever. It's more about how I'm feeling that day, more than anything. Like, if you look at past streams, it's pretty random. Alright, we gotta slow down. That was terrifying. I try to go through a rotation. I know people enjoy watching this, so I always try to throw this into it, and it's relaxing for me. But right now, I usually pick like 1 or 2 sandbox games, a fighting game, and then maybe a shooter. I try to just switch up the genres a little bit. And slowly eat away at my back catalog. It's embarrassingly large. They're alright. They haven't been like my favorite genre. They're fun to watch other people play. I did get Company of Heroes 3. I did like the first one of that. I need to play it. Like, I got it for Christmas one year. It seems like a cool game if you got into it. I do remember liking the first one on PC. Like, I got a streamer friend. They usually play on Twitch, though. They mostly like to play XCOM, the old one. They love that game. They play it so much. I wish there was a game like that for me where I could just play it nonstop and never get tired of it. Oh, how are you liking Avatar? I recently tried it when they added third-person controls. I look forward to going back to it eventually. I want to finish Horizon Forbidden West before I finish anything. I was surprised people were into watching Mad Max. I thought that'd be a one-off, but I might continue that as long as people are interested. But I want to eventually finish Days Gone and get back to Avatar eventually. I have most of the DLC for it, so I can play everything at once except whatever the new one was that came out with like the third film. But cool games, made by the same people who made Star Wars Outlaws, which, despite what anyone says, I actually personally enjoyed. Yeah, it makes a difference, especially with all the platforming in that game. I'm surprised they went so hard with like the first person. Same with Indiana Jones. Like, I can at least understand them doing it with some of the puzzles, but I feel like that, like anything that's like character driven or on and like based on a franchise where you play as like a popular character, I feel like there should be a third person mode, because I think part of the reason why you get that game is so you see that character interact with the world. Nice. Yeah, Valhalla is another back catalog one I have. Still need to finish Odyssey. I finished Shadow shortly around the time right before Steve started to play it. And now I got to go back to Odyssey because I took a break off of it. But since I played the games back to back, I spent 200 hours basically playing Assassin's Creed games. So when I went to go play Odyssey, I still felt like I just had played it recently. But I think I still need to give it more time. I'll finish it one of these days. And then I still have Origins and Valhalla, the 2D ones, and then by the time I play those, there'll probably be 5 more that have been released. Oh, nice. Mirage is more consolidated. That one's styled more like the older games, which is kind of nice if you want to break from like the RPG formula. I kind of like how they changed the formula up a bit with every other game. I think that works in its favor. Because the open world ones are awesome, but they are a huge task. That's why I think I'm having trouble going back to Odyssey. I played Unity for a bit when they added the 60 frames per second patch, and I have to admit I kind of enjoyed it. So maybe it would be smart to play a smaller scale one I haven't finished yet. I know I had the remaster of the 3rd game, and I think it comes with Liberation. I pushed the wrong thing, now I'm going too fast. Yeah, I like both styles, and I like the rotation. I think that works. I think that also helps prevent the series from feeling stale in any way when they switch it up a bit. I think some people are disappointed with Mirage because they're expecting like another massive like RPG game, but I was happy that was more consolidated. Both kinds work. It's cool that Black Flag remake is actually adding more stuff to it versus just like a more like a higher fidelity remaster, kind of like how the first Last of Us game was. It actually kind of surprised me they're adding more to it. I thought it would just be a nicer looking version of the first game. Kind of made me interested in it when I otherwise wasn't. Oh, I appreciate it. I love how the clouds look in this game. It's pretty impressive. They're volumetric and it's not actually like a painted skybox.
Freeport ground. Max 09 Kilo Sierra Charlie Tree 814. Request taxi to parking.
Max 09 Kilo Sierra Charlie Tree 814. Taxi to General Aviation.
Okay.
Via taxiway.
I appreciate it, whatever amount of time you spend here. No requirement. I'm just happy when anyone shows up. And I understand it's late.
Max 09
Yesterday when I was playing Castlevania, I really shouldn't have. I should have went to bed. I don't know why I did that. I was dragging towards the end. I was like fighting Dracula, and he like killed me because I accidentally pushed the wrong button because I was tired. And I was like, screw it. I rewind it. I didn't feel like doing it again. I went to go to bed. I just have right now the PS5 and the original Switch. And then I have the retro stuff, but those are the contemporary ones I play on. Although I guess Switch 2 is now the contemporary one, so just PS5. Hey Vera, happy Friday. How are you doing today? Hey Gonks, I appreciate you stopping by and I appreciate the kind words. I like the little mini fig emoji. The excitement doesn't get more intense here as I try to attempt to park a plane. The old school style one. The 80s haircut. I have like a Marty McFly minifig. He has a similar haircut. I can't believe they released a DeLorean at a fairly reasonable price. The original that looks worse was so much more expensive. Yeah. I think it's cool when people collect them and like put them in glass and stuff. It looks cool. I bet you could get one like made of you, like if anyone has like a 3D printer or something. I think Lego does custom ones too. Lego has some of the best customer service I've ever experienced in my life. Like my dog, when she has a puppy, I was putting together like the big version of the Ecto 1 from Ghostbusters. My dog chewed up a few of the parts, and I called up Lego. I was gonna pay them, and they covered like all the parts for free. They're like, yeah, pets are actually covered under the warranty. It's like, what? And they sent me stuff all the way from Denmark for free. Yeah. Lego hands down has the best customer service I've ever experienced out of anything. It's so random. Somebody ever asked me that question, I think they'd be surprised by the answer. Lego. They even like sat down and went through all the part numbers in the catalog with me. Super patient. And when they sent me the stuff, they gave me like extra parts too, just in case. So if you ever buy like a set and it's like missing something or you lose a part, and don't be afraid to call them. I know. Now, only if they did that with food. Although I'd be scared to eat anything that they give me back if I complain about it.
Decent session today. Let's spend some time reviewing the stats to see where you can improve.
Yeah, this pizza's overcooked. You can just get a brand new pizza and you get to keep the old one. These people are all lost. I wasn't anywhere over the landing zone. Virginia in the US. The East Coast. Right under Washington, D.C. Oh, awesome. I believe I have another viewer from there. It's cool that it's reaching there. Yeah. I've met a lot of like my viewers through Ben's stream. It's always got cool people going through it. I actually met Ben through someone else's stream who doesn't stream anymore. Or at least they haven't in a long time. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I know you are too. I didn't want to guess just in case I'd like streamer brain said the wrong thing. Although that's kind of unavoidable. Not known for the multitasking. Alright. I hope they unlock more areas soon. This is just in the middle of the desert. We'll pass. Just in the stream right now. It's interesting though. I noticed like, I guess where it broadcasts or maybe how they show it, it seems like it's concentrated in certain areas because I do get people sometimes that are from like the same areas. I know part of that has to do with the time zone. Focuses on different areas for different things. Yeah. Even though the internet's existed for a long time, I still think it's cool how we're all like connected now, especially now that we can stream games and watch each other play games and talk at the same time. It's kind of mind blowing if you didn't really grow up with the internet. Because we didn't have the internet until I was like maybe 15. Like we had to go to the library or something to use it. So I don't think the novelty will ever get old to me. Oh, we got one of those Dr. Seuss flight paths. Although I guess it makes sense for a tourist flight. Oh, I'm 41. Yeah, I mean computers definitely existed for a while, but to have one at home, like it was pretty rare until maybe the late 90s. Usually you'd have like one friend that could play like Doom and go on the internet. Yeah, Steve and I are closer in age. Yeah, plus we had to have a reason because we were in super rich. Because back then, like they were still like $1,000, but you have to like keep inflation and stuff in mind. So whatever $1,000 was back then, like for a family or whatever, it was a lot. But then like high school like required papers and stuff like that. So school was eventually the excuse for us to get a computer. But my dad was super strict about it, so even like with social media and stuff like that, I didn't really even get into that until like my 20s when I had my own PC. I remember my sister getting off of school trying to download AIM and MSN Messenger and then delete it at the same time before my dad got home. You'd hear AIM going off while she was watching MTV, voting for Backstreet Boy videos. Oh, no worries. I appreciate you stopping by and chatting. Yeah. You had to like make an announcement in the house that you were about to use the internet. Bye, Gonks. I hope you have a good rest of your night. And thanks again for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I'll take these off or we're not going very far. This has that shopping cart wheel that rotates in the wrong position. We got a Jetsons looking cockpit. That's pretty fancy. Now, only if it turned into a briefcase.
Initiate boarding Catello.
Well noted.
Let me adjust my seat. That's pretty much the only fancy thing this plane does, besides fly, of course. Let me adjust the camera real quick. We're gonna go for around 75-ish. We say ish because I usually can't get it right on the number. I have the 2020 version on PC, so it took me a little while to adjust to this version, figure out all the button combinations.
It's a beautiful day today, isn't it? Ready for flight scene? Today,
No.
Agnes and her boyfriend for a
Agnes.
over Milan.
Was she 90 years old?
Comfortably seated, then you're all set. Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime.
Yep. Unless she's been hitting the cigarettes really heavy. Alright.
Lima India, Mike Bravo traffic. Max 09, Charlie Sierra Foxtrot 8911 is taxiing to runway 18. Lima India, Mike Bravo.
Hi, thanks for having us aboard. I'm Agnes.
Hey, I'm Michelle.
She looks 9 years old, but she sounds like she's 20. What can we gather from that? Probably didn't age from cigarettes. That's like 25% of this game. Trying to guess what everyone's story is. Alright, Mark, I hope you have a good rest of your night. Thanks again for stopping by and sharing my stream and everything. I appreciate it. Always nice to see you. And I'll check out Discord once I finish playing this. I hope that wheel doesn't get jammed.
Lima India, Mike Bravo traffic. Max 09, Charlie Sierra Foxtrot 8911.
Looks like a storm's about to happen. I hope I don't have to fly through the rain.
Lima India, Mike Bravo.
This is so exciting. Okay, I'm a bit nervous too.
Please don't have to do a U-turn. Yeah, we still have to do a U-turn. one's speedy. I don't want to get in trouble for going too fast. Gotta earn my reputation points back from all the crappy flying I've done from being rusty at the game. Haven't been playing it consistently. Plus, depending on the aircraft, it handles differently, like a realistic racing game. Speaking of racing games, Gran Turismo is one that I would like to play again soon. Always enjoy playing that. I love just watching the replays. Alright, let me keep an eye on the airspeed. Start pulling up around. Now we're getting close to there we go.
Only one way to find out. I'm flying! Incredible.
Let me adjust the trim so I don't have to hold back the whole time. Wow, this city looks like it's getting overgrown. Looks like something from The Last of Us. It looks like a city started to grow in the middle of a forest.
Awesome. I see the roofs. Look over here.
Alright, what speed? Let's just dip down so when we go up it'll slow us. Wonder what that building is. I'm sure if I got closer to it, I'd get a bit more detailed, but right now, we're in the middle of trying to give this person a tour guide.
I was hoping for.
Or a tour. I am the tour guide.
Aerial visit?
Oh, let's play the epic music. We're having our Steven Spielberg moment.
Now look at that. The whole world's at our feet.
Well, that's cool. Those mountains actually look really nice on the horizon there. Most difficult part about it is listening to you. So difficult to pilot sometimes and actually want to look at things.
I didn't think we'd get such a clear view. You really got us up close and personal. You promised us an amazing experience, and you delivered.
I didn't say anything. I kept quiet. Alright, let's speed up RPMs a little bit. We need to gain some altitude here. Adjust the trim so we don't have to pull up the whole time. Give us some time to look around whilst climbing. What is that? That looks cool. I wonder if it would get more detailed if you flew closer to it. Considering all this data has to be streamed, which is pretty crazy. It's able to stream this much detail that fast. Even with all the updates, like, the file size of this game is relatively small.
Hey, so you've gone silent. Everything all right? And now, no, there's no. Cool.
It's pretty accessible.
Totally.
Like, I would definitely do it. Well, of course I would. I'm playing now. But yeah, it definitely is a chill game. Like, when I can't think of something to play, but I want to play a game, this is usually what I go to. How are you doing, by the way? I should have said hello first. That's good. Yeah, it's been pretty good here too. Weather's been really nice today. Last week it was like summer.
Just look at that view.
Don't tell me what to do. I'm in charge. This is my plane. Wait a minute. This one doesn't have my name on it. Scratch that. I better speed up before we start dropping. I hope one day they come out with a proper joystick with this for the PS5. Yeah, it definitely seems to be running better than what I saw initially. That's why I don't think there was a lot of coverage for this game. I think people weren't playing it. Like, a lot of the footage I saw was from 2020. And I feel like this even runs better than the 2020 version. Because I had that one on PC. And that game would have good and bad days. PC's kind of crazy though. There's a lot of custom stuff. And I think that also goes through Xbox as well. Where this one I think only has stuff from the shop. There's not that many planes right now you can purchase extra. And I don't think they've implemented crossplay yet, so it's just PlayStation 5 players. And I think that helps with the performance, being a bit limited. Because I'm surprised they were even able to get this game to run on console. And I'm just using a base PS5. This isn't the Pro. Good times when you had to look at a picture and just pretend you were playing the game. We used to have the first one on like Macintosh. It was in black and white, and I used to play it with a keyboard. But at the time, I thought it was pretty fun. There weren't many games on the Macintosh. It was that and Paint. We had Prince of Persia, but the computer lab teacher took it off because she thought I was too violent. Yeah, Flight Simulator, good times. I played a surprising amount of them. I remember they used to have a version of it at the Science Museum. It was super old though. It made Star Fox look like photorealism. Oh, I have to land this thing. The interior, some more relaxing sound. I'd be scared. I'd be falling asleep trying to fly this. They'd have to put like electric shocks on my chair or something. Wake me up periodically. I wonder if I can do one in this plane. They probably didn't ask for this, but we have to see if it's possible. Okay. That was terrifying, but we made it. But I know that was a Star Fox reference. But I had to try anyway. Any excuse. That probably lost me a letter grade, but it was worth it. I gotta lower down to 70. I'm sure on the PC version, somebody's probably made all the ships. I'd fly it. I'd do at least 5 barrel rolls in celebration. Alright, we gotta adjust the flaps. Alright, let's try not to go under 60, otherwise we're gonna drop like a lead weight. My mind's kind of blown. They released this on any console, even Xbox. I'm so happy they did, though. There's not really other games in this genre. I know they have those budget games that trick people into making them think they're buying Flight Simulator, but I doubt they're very good. Like most of the flight games on console are usually like combat games. I bet it's far more scary to land in like a little plane like this. Like when I flew like in an airliner jet, like you barely felt like it move like when you were landing. There's no like tight turns like this sort of thing, but it's also me piloting. I am too. Especially when you get closer to the ground, because this is all being streamed as well. Like, the file size is only like, I don't even think it's over 20 gigs. So like all this data, all the buildings, all the scenery, that's all being streamed from the internet. Don't worry, we're gonna hit the trees because we went too late on it. Note to self, do that sooner.
Back to the airport, guys.
I still got a compliment though.
The flight was great. One of you over Milan.
She must not remember the alternate timeline.
What an incredible experience. I'll be telling all my friends.
Oh, don't tell me the wheel's backwards again. Yeah. This game has suddenly become like a supernatural thriller. We don't know we died. The Phantom plane. Man, I told Bill about parking there. Oh, he has a siren on. It's okay to park in the middle of everything. Somebody needs to wash this plane.
You've turned your passengers into flight addicts, haven't you? Anyway, I can see that anxiety has turned into excitement. Well done.
Are you guys excited? Is this the face of excitement? I'm not even sure if they're sentient. Alright. Let's end this. Have the game judge us and mock us for our flying. Our attempt to. I'm thinking I'll at least get a C. Wow, crashing isn't as much as a penalty as I thought it was. Yeah, I'm not flying my plane until I get better at landing. I haven't been playing this consistently, so I am a bit rusty. And I have to pay for the repairs on mine, so we'll keep flying theirs. Oh yeah. You really gotta use their instruments for those. Although they've really improved them with this game with how the lighting is, you actually can see a lot more. Like on the 2020 version, it's like you're almost blind beside the occasional light. You had to like rely on like all your tools and everything. It's like flying through a bad storm, but all the time when it was at nighttime. Alright, let's... I don't think this is going to be a terribly long flight. Yeah, that should be enough fuel. Is this the same plane? Looks like it has a different paint job at least. Yep, we got the tricycle wheel. Inspect this plane. Yep, it looks official. Is your cart? This up to date? Alright, let's go.
We're gonna go Nadio.
Well noted.
Alright, I guess I better turn this on.
Time to make someone's day, right? Meet Ellen.
How are you guys?
Discovering the sights around
Right.
She's
And
someone
you?
who lives nearby, so we
Okay.
want you to treat her well and show her around. By the way, she's got her mom with her. Have your passengers fasten their seatbelts? Then you're ready to depart. Okay.
Please fasten your seatbelts.
Lima India Mike Golf Traffic. Max 09 Zulu Kilo Charlie 4111 is taxiing to runway 27. Lima India Mike Golf.
Alright, let's zoom in the camera a little bit.
Hi, thanks for taking us up
I
today.
mean, I hope we don't start flying in the
I'm
rain.
thrilled to fly over Alto. This is where my mom and dad have lived like forever, so it's kind of special for us today. Hey there, I'm Martina. It's so great hanging out with you today. And by hanging out, I mean flying.
I'm so glad Spotify is drowning out their voice. Alright, where are we going? How am I supposed to get there? Okay, I see. You guys complain about my route. You didn't give me arrows. Okay, good. The front wheel gets jammed in position all the time. That's why we stop right there. Oh, we better slow down before they yell at us. Please tell me the wheel didn't get jammed again. There we go. Only this plane. I don't know why they designed the wheel like that. There has to be a reason. Oh, this could have gone better. He's leaving to visit you. Didn't you get the memo? I hope you're gonna be at home by the time he gets there.
It's so satisfying feeling the plane lift off.
Yeah, we might want to go a little bit higher. It almost looks like a theme park over here. I flew over Disney World, or Disney, yeah, it was Disney World. Was it Disney World and Disneyland confused? I didn't know how to interpret some of the rides. I could kind of tell, like, what the Epcot Center was. But, like, when it came to that castle, it just looked like it was translating it as, like, a mountain or something.
You must feel like the queen of the world when you fly over here at sunset. Need to try that someday.
I know I do. Specifically at sunset, though. I probably could. I don't know if I'll have, like, custom stuff. But if you, like, tell me, like the city or whatever that it's in, I can get the coordinates. That's one cool thing about this game. Anything you want to look up, you can just put the coordinates directly in and it'll take you there. It sounds haunted.
Take pictures.
Erie County. I remember there used to be that show, Erie. What is it? I think it was called Erie, Indiana. That's what it was. It was like a horror show for like kids, but kind of weird.
Now we're over the city. I never expected to see all this. Everything down below looks so tiny.
Ironically, I think it was a Canadian show. Yeah, you can literally do coordinates or airports. It'll pick up either one. But like if you told me like the town or something, I can just put it in like Google or Chat GPT and ask her the coordinates for flight sim and it'll give it to me. The Sears Tower, that one's probably detailed. Here, I'll look it up. It's probably, that one's probably custom. Well, what we're gonna make less than $2,000. Man, I need to start flying my own plane. You get like up close to 20 for those flights when you fly your own, but you have to pay for the repairs if it crash. Okay, I'll look it up. Any other places anybody wants to see, just put them in the chat. Alright, so we'll go to free flight. We'll put in the coordinates. The Stranger Things, where you get to visit all the locations in the show, is really cool, but I can't play it because it plays the music from the show. Alright, so free flight, and then we'll put in the coordinates. We probably should get the battery operated gyrocopter one. The Jetson one, that's a good name for it. One thing that sucks about this thing is it runs out of batteries really fast, but I imagine something this large would run out of batteries pretty fast. And they probably could only make it so big because they probably weigh it down. I'm guessing it might have a heliport on it. I mean, it's a fairly big building. Let me adjust the time of day real quick. I don't know what the weather is like over there. Yeah. I think it was the one for a while. But then they built all those crazy skyscrapers like overseas and stuff. I don't even know how practical they are. Almost looks like something from like a fantasy book, how tall some of those things are. I know they built that one tall skyscraper that's really small in New York, and apparently on the top floor, you actually can feel the like building moving. That seems kind of terrifying, to be honest. Do you feel it moving a little bit? Yeah, I imagine you would towards the top anyway. That thing's probably getting blasted by wind. Alright, let me put in these coordinates. Yeah, they have to have like counterweights for those super tall ones. Because literally having like wind constantly like wrap around it, and that building's just the only thing of resistance. So yeah, I'm sure it's like hitting it nonstop. Or 1.878876. And then we have negative. This would be easy with a keyboard, but this will work just as well. 87.63. $5918. Hopefully they are correct about this positioning. I'll just set it as fly now because I have no idea. Looking at this grid. Yeah, with the PlayStation keyboard, it's not the most practical way. But I think you actually can hook up a USB keyboard to this. That's not too bad. That's about how long it takes to get to DC from here. Yeah, lots of stuff. Good food there. My dad went to Chicago, brought a lot of good stuff back. Too bad this thing can't free fall. Yeah. Like Chicago and New York are like the big ones. I'm guessing some people would choose Los Angeles as a big city too, but as far as being interesting, it kind of looks samey. It's like a bunch of little buildings for the most part. A few skyscrapers here and there, but doesn't have like, I don't know, the same look as Chicago or New York. It's quite the view. Yeah, it's like a western town. Like if you fly over it, everything looks like it's mostly the same height. And it's just like, just spread out boxes everywhere. There's like unique buildings for sure, but it doesn't look like this. It just kind of looks samey. I can't explain it. Definitely looks like it was originally built on a desert or something, and they weren't as ambitious until later. It's kind of like here, except LA is obviously way larger, where they didn't really plan out skyscrapers, so there's like a lot of shorter buildings, maybe 10, 20 floors, and then occasional skyscrapers here and there. Yeah, there's places in New York where it looks cloudy because the buildings are so damn tall. Also, New York, like, because so many movies are filmed there, it's kind of surreal. Like, see things out of your favorite movies, like, in real life. I imagine Chicago is like that, too, because there's a lot of movies that take place there. But yeah, the architecture on all these buildings are really unique. Not as samey. Like, there are cool buildings, like you recognize like the building from Die Hard and stuff in LA. Oh yeah, The Fugitive, that movie was good. Wouldn't mind seeing that one again. I never saw the TV show it was based on. Yeah, it looks like they rendered some of this stuff versus just scanning it. Yeah. Same with New York, and they're like on every corner too. And they'll have like food you can't get at home. Like they don't have Knish restaurants here. I went to like some restaurant that like Jerry Seinfeld, Woody Allen, and Larry David go to that had Knish, which is like, I don't know if you ever had it. It's almost like a hollowed out biscuit. And it has like mashed potatoes, vegetables, and whatever kind of filling you want on it. That's so good. But like a lot of these older restaurant buildings, they're like retrofitted. Like maybe they were somewhere somebody lived before. So you'll like go into this room and they'll have like a dumbwaiter, and you open up a door and it has a menu in it, and then you pick what you want. You slide the thing back down. Then all of a sudden you like here go back up, and all of a sudden you get all your food and everything. You pay, slide the money back down. Crazy. Went to this one restaurant in Chinatown in New York. Man, it was the biggest shrimp I ever saw. I'm sure. There's the bean. Famous bean. What did they have? Like a little carnival going on? I need to visit the bean. This was on my bucket list. Not really. Was something to do. You should go and visit the building of the Sausage King from Ferris Bueller. I was like hearing like real Chicago style pizza, like, or at least what everybody thinks of, is more like a Detroit thing. And like tavern pizza, like a thin crust type of pizza, is more of a Chicago pizza thing. But they have like special places for the tourists that have really good Chicago pizza. I don't know, I've never been personally, but that's what I heard. Let me see, put up my phone closed. It even kicked me off of my own stream. What is that all about? Yeah, we used to have the Uno restaurants here, but I'm sure it's better. We do have this one pizza place. Maybe I can find a video of it and put on Discord, called Bottoms Up. And it's kind of like a New York and Chicago pizza hybrid. It's like its own thing. But you'll get full off of one or two slices. You don't need that many. The crust is like extra dense. It's almost like pastry dough. Yeah, usually the places that are named after somebody are the best. I mean, you have to have pretty good pizza if you want your name on every single box. Like, my favorite places here are Anna's and Mike's. Just two names. The weird part is I always forget about Mike's, I guess because it's newer, which is kind of funny because that's my name and that's the one I forget. I'm like, what's that place called again? Well, that's cool how they have like the little bridges here. The city's so dense, they need so many. My favorite style pizza is still New York, but I do like Chicago pizza. I almost feel like it's its own thing. Yeah, I notice like a lot of times what I think is good pizza, a lot of people don't agree because they grew up with like Domino's and Pizza Hut, and that's unfortunately what their idea of good pizza is, because that's what they grew up with, and they don't want to be open to anything else. Oh, that's cool. It looks like it's raining over there. Imagine being up in the air, not paying attention to the battery meter. That'd be rough. Oh, that's cool. You can see the light from the cloud coverage suddenly up here. Yeah, I don't think this thing can get very high. Oh, it's 5:56. I better start. Apparently they're planning a protest at the park soon, so I better take Faye out before it gets crazy. Plus it's First Friday, so they're going to start selling artwork. So I'm going to take a break and stop here for now. Thank you so much for everyone who stopped by. Thanks, GB, for your suggestions. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video. Pink, if you're still there, thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll talk to you all later or on the next one. Take care. Bye. Alright, I'll check it out. We have that Big Lots like store called Ollie's, but I don't think it's the same thing. I'll talk to you later. I gotta try to beat this rush. And I haven't even looked it up. Alright, later.